Welcome to the OVA Template Installation and Operating System Configuration Training video. This video will quickly cover how to deploy a Mobiso server into a VMware environment. The easiest way to install Mobiso into your VMware environment is to deploy the Mobiso OVA Template. Download the OVA template from the Lyrics FTP server using the credentials supplied by Lyrics. Make sure to also download the Mobiso OVA template deployment instructions. This entire process is covered, with additional details, in the documentation. Before deploying the OVA, read the OVA deployment documentation. Fill out the installation worksheet with the data that will be required to deploy the OVA and configure the operating system. The installation worksheet includes the VMware configuration, the server configuration, including the hostname, domain name, and IP configuration, and other configuration parameters including the static MAC address, user passwords, NTP server, and SMTP server. Once the installation worksheet is filled out, deploy the OVA into your VMware environment. Set the name within your VMware environment, the data store to deploy to, and the network to connect to. Do not check the Power On After Deployment option, as we need to modify the configuration before it is powered on for the first time. Since part of the Mobiso licensing is keyed to the MAC address of the system, it is necessary to specify a static MAC address for the network adapter. This is done by editing the virtual machine properties, selecting the network adapter, and specifying a MAC address. All manually specified MAC addresses within VMware will begin with 005056. You will be able to specify the other three octets of the MAC address. Octets range from 00 to FF. Once this is done, you can boot up the server. Log in on the console and run the initial setup program. This will walk you through the initial configuration of the operating system, including setting the hostname, domain name, IP, date, time, and NTP configuration, and which language to use for speech recognition. The system will reboot to complete the process. Once the system is back up, you should now be able to get to the Mobiso server from your desktop via a web browser. Log in to the web admin interface, go to the System Management System Settings page, and copy both lines of the license key. Paste them as text into an email and send it to your Lyrics account manager so that the licensing can be built. Please do not send a screenshot of the license key. While waiting for the licensing to be received, you can install any Mobiso patches that have been released since the OVA was created, load user and department data, and configure the Mobiso application prompts, operator numbers, and other settings. Until the licensing is received and installed, Mobiso will not be able to handle any phone calls. Once the licenses are installed, you can configure the telephony and begin using Mobiso. This concludes the OVA template installation and operating system configuration training video. For additional information on configuring and using Mobiso, please reference the admin guide or refer to additional videos available online.